Welcome to Fink Beef Genetics. This portion, I'd like to discuss athletes with you, and I'll explain that to you. Uh, uh, he's passed away now. Andy Olson from Council Grove, Kansas, a long-time cattleman, was probably 30 years ahead of his time in about everything he was thinking and doing. And he told me many years ago, Galen, he said, keep your bulls athletic. You've never seen a fat athlete. And I've always remembered that. If you look out in the world at athletes, they do stay trim and slim, and their bodies are working, their muscles are working, and they move like cats. And the cattle business needs to be the same way. I see so many bulls grown out, and they're fat, and again, and some of the other bullet points, we can talk about fat, but fat doesn't help anything. It adds to feet and leg problems through laminitis. It can add to fertility problems through fat around the scrotal. So we again, I guess, probably take a different approach on maybe how we do some things. We try to grow our bulls at 2 pounds a day gain after weaning, and this would be to a year of age. Depending on the weather, sometimes we get in some weather situations, we bump that up to 2.3 or 2.5 is the gain with the nutritionalists that we have, and the bulls are fed to eat to where they don't gain any more than that. The ration is generally made up of a combination of straw, hay, silage, and then some distiller's grain or something in there, obviously for protein. But that's what the rations are made up. They're high fiber. The gain is not, we're not shooting for 3, 4, 5 pounds a day of gain. Again, we think that there's a lot of issues that come with that, and with use of EPDs and all the technology that's available today, we're very comfortable not pushing bulls for ultimate gain. In the past, that worked. In today's world, we prefer to keep our bulls sound for you, our customers, and on the road and breeding cows instead of crippled up and crumpled up and melting down in the pen because they couldn't stand the heat or the cold due to the fat condition on them. When I say the bulls melt down, that's the bulls that, as most of you know, when you turn them out, they're in pretty good condition, and then they're out breeding cows for 3 weeks and you wonder where the bull went. I'm not saying Fink bulls won't melt down some, but we have a lot of people that tell us the bulls come back in better condition than when they went out. And that's what we like to hear. They get the job done, they stay in good condition, and they haven't been pushed again for some of the potential problems that we've talked about. To add a little proof to the story, I guess, that we don't try to push our bulls and fatten them is that for the last several years, our Charolais bulls, by ultrasound measurement, which is probably as accurate as we're going to get, is our back fat on the Charolais bulls averaged about 1/10 of back fat or less, and our Angus bulls are usually under 2/10, and more commonly 1/1500ths to 2/10. If you look at very many sale catalogs, and I'm not criticizing anybody's program, I'm just telling you why ours is different. Back fat measurements of 3, 4, even up to a ½ inch of back fat is not uncommon. Again, we don't grow our bulls to do that. They may look a little fatter and heavier and have maybe a touch more marbling, a touch more loin eye due to ultrasound with fatter bulls, which is the case. But again, we don't try to push for those extremes. We want the bulls to go out and work for you, and we encourage people to kick bulls out with a lot more cows than what most people will. Just keep an eye on them. We think a bull needs to be used. They need to stay athletic. If they don't have enough cows to breed, then that just leads to problems. So again, our goal is athletic bulls to go out and last for years. We'd like for our bulls. I had a call from a customer in West Texas the other day. He guessed he's finally going to have to replace 10 bulls we'd sent him. He bought the bulls 10 years ago. He bought 10 bulls. He's got 9 of them left. He's in the Fort Davis Mountains in lava rock country, extremely tough country. But 9 bulls out of 10 at 9 years of age, I think is a pretty good story, and that's what we'd like to have. Again, please feel free to visit the rest of our website if you want to. Hear about how we started and where we're at, and thank you for listening.